And now, the 2015 NCMPR Medallion Award-winning Studio Bergen.
Hi, I'm Larry Levanka, and welcome to Studio Bergen, your connection to the state's #1 college for associate degree graduates 3 years in a row. It's time once again for our countdown.
Number 10.
Toothy grins were out again in full force when the annual Give Kids a Smile Day returned to Bergen last month. The annual event provides no-cost dental examinations for children, this time for the first time in the new Health Professions Integrated Teaching Center at the main campus. Dental hygiene student Amanda Lutz enjoyed the experience.
Working on kids is a little bit different than the adult. I mean, you can talk to adults, reason with them. Kids, what they want is what they want, and they're going to act how they want. So it's really important to make them feel comfortable, and especially it helps with their parents here, but sometimes it doesn't too. But working with them and seeing how they react, seeing their smiles after you do the right thing, it's good to work with kids at a younger age, and then when they're a little bit older too. As students, we don't get to see a lot of kids. Most of our patients are a bit older, so we're more used to that when we're comfortable. So today is a little more fun, get to play around with the kids and just kind of try and get on their level. That's what I like to do, is like kind of just bring it to the basics, just smile, be happy, and let them have fun here.
As she does every year, freeholder Dr. Joan Voss stopped by to recognize the students providing this community service.
Wherever I go, and I've gone all over the state, most of the young dental hygienists have been trained here at Bergen Community. And one of the things that's so important is that people prepare for jobs where there is a great demand. And this is exactly what Bergen is doing, and the health field is where the greatest demand happens to be at this point.
Number 9.
Bergen Salon, a series of events designed to give students a forum to discuss topics such as literature, began last month with a discussion of Recitative, a short story from Toni Morrison, led by Professor Dr. Lou Ethel Ralston. A collaborative effort of the Judith K. Wynn School of Honors, Phi Theta Kappa, the Office of Multicultural Affairs, and academic departments, Director of the School of Honors, Seamus Gibbons, said the event seeks to provide an intellectual outlet for a broad range of students and faculty.
We're going to do things on philosophy, on history, and psychology. We're going to do across the board. It's not going to be just literature. Today it happens to be literature. So whatever your area is in the humanities or social sciences, we're going to have it covered in the next, this semester, next semester.
Number 8.
Bergen County's social event of the spring will take guests back to an era of the Rat Pack when the foundation hosts its annual Club Monte Carlo benefit for student scholarships Thursday, March 30th from 6:30 to 11:30 p.m. at the Venetian in Garfield. In addition to dinner, dessert, and drinks, music, and dancing, Club Monte Carlo guests receive $150 in money to roll the dice on casino-style games. Guests can then cash in their winnings for chances in a Tricky Tray raffle highlighted by prizes such as tickets to Walt Disney World, memorabilia from the New York Giants, dinner at local restaurants, and dozens of unique experiences. For more information or to purchase tickets, please email Patricia Cioce, who can be reached at pcioce@bergen.edu, call 201-447-7117, or visit tinyurl.com/Monte2017.
Number 7.
This month, Professor Dan Sheehan will take the wraps off Tales from Earth, Inc., a musical extravaganza he wrote framed around commentary on global greed. The performance, which will take place Thursday, March 9th at 7:30 p.m. in the Anna Maria Saccone Theater at main campus, features music, visuals, and even a little bit of theater on a number of topics, according to Sheehan.
The songs are about various continents, Bangladesh, where there's some sweatshop problems and also flooding problems from climate change. A few other places where there's climate change issues, like the Maldives, which are 1 meter or 2 meters above sea level. And so they're very worried about rising sea levels. There's a song about Brazil and the indigenous people there who are currently, many of them in the Amazon are being relocated so they can build a hydro dam project there. There's a song about corporate prisons and juvenile centers in the United States and the fact that kids are sent there to for a long time, so someone can make profit. So it's songs of that nature.
Sheehan believes the subject matter should appeal to a wide audience.
It's not a very political project. It's not stuff that you'd argue about if you were a Democrat or Republican, conservative, liberal, or anything. It's things that I think most people would agree, certain extreme things should not be happening just because a few people, need a fourth mansion or want to upgrade their 30-foot yacht to a 40-foot yacht.
In all, Sheehan remains grateful for the opportunity and hopes to inspire.
There is a history of artists and musicians, of all kinds, photographers, filmmakers, commenting on what's going on historically or in current times. And I think that's been lost a bit in recent years, the way the music industry is. So part of my goal here is to do my small part also in, encouraging more musicians and artists to feel free to write lyrics and content about what's going on in the world around us. Because I think that really can affect people's mindsets and get people thinking about things that we really need to think about.
Visit tickets.bergen.edu for seats.
Number 6.
The days are already winding down in the spring semester as graduating students have an eye on the clock to commencement. Bergen celebrated the 100-day marker to the biggest event of the academic year last month, awarding prizes during trivia and officially kicking off the countdown to commencement. Students are already thinking about what their graduation will mean to them.
The greatest part about it is just looking back and reflecting on all the community service I've done, volunteer work, interacting with so many people. Sometimes I get called the mayor of the school just because I just talked to so many people. So it was quite an experience. I just love having like a support group and a social group here at Bergen.
It's been very emotional because I've been for a little while in the program as a medical office assistant, and right now it's like you sacrifice every day, you work and you try to be a mother to as many things, but when you accomplish everything, it's no words to explain it.
Commencement 2017 will take place Thursday, May 18th at 10 a.m. at MetLife Stadium.
Number 5.
Following a presidential election that divided more than united, faculty, staff, and students came together to discuss the path ahead during the Now What? Dialogue sponsored by the Office of Student Life and the Office of Multicultural Affairs. Student Jordan Pierce Jones said discussions like this one foster a greater understanding and tolerance.
There's 7 billion people and each person has their own opinion, and I don't have time to hear everybody's, but I do know that the people who talk to me respectfully, I'll listen to. And the people I can talk to, I can make friends. And college is about making connections for later on in life. There's job fairs here, there's other people in different classes going places. And if you can connect with people because you're respectful, who knows what possibilities are open for you in the future.
Number 4.
Bergen once again joined the National Black History Month celebration in February with a month-long series of events to recognize black culture, people, and history. Association of Community College Trustees Chair Bakari Lee delivered the keynote address and discussed the importance of community colleges for African Americans.
New Jersey is a very diverse state, and that diversity is reflected in our student population. What this also indicates, however, is that New Jersey's community colleges play a more significant role than the national average in terms of educating African American students. So I think community colleges are very critical and make a major contribution toward educating African American students.
Other events included a documentary film discussion on the 13th Amendment led by Professor Earl Taylor.
It seems that the 13th Amendment, unconsciously or subconsciously, it's being exploited through the criminalization of many low-level behaviors to justify locking up hundreds of thousands, if not millions of people.
In 2009, faculty, staff, and students sought to begin a dialogue around global conflict and the path to forgiveness by establishing the Center for Peace, Justice, and Reconciliation. This work has now received recognition from one of the most prestigious community college honors in the entire country. for its educational initiatives, exhibitions, performances, and dialogues rooted in civic engagement and encouraging Bergen students to become more responsive local and global citizens, the center earned the John and Sue Ann Roosh Excellence Award, sponsored by the League for Innovation in the Community College. Co-director Professor Tom LaPointe said PJR has become a regional center for the study of problems related to political and ethnic violence, and a leading voice on the causes and consequences of the Armenian genocide.
It is universally acknowledged among genocide scholars as the first genocide of the modern era. And it provided a template for genocides that followed. The Holocaust, Cambodia, all of these genocides tapped into the structural logic of what unfolded 100 years ago in Armenia, in eastern Anatolia. So when we tap into and talk about the Armenian genocide, we make comparisons and we establish patterns, and we see how bigotry, prejudice can often lead to mass violence.
Past events have included discussions with Holocaust survivors, forums on the heroin epidemic, and even a TEDx conference, which will return to the college's main campus this month, Tuesday, March 7th, in the Anna Maria Saccone Theater. The group maintains a speakers bureau of faculty and local experts on topics such as genocide, bullying, and history. The center also sponsors grants for faculty members conducting research and scholarships for students. LaPointe believes the center's work can play a significant role in the current global climate as well.
PJR now and centers like PJR have become increasingly significant. We see that we're living in very unstable times. Conflict in the Middle East is paramount. We see swelling numbers of immigrants and conflict over the numbers that will be admitted to the United States. We see problems with environmental sustainability. We see difficulties in the local school system with bullying. Political and ethnic violence is a growing concern, and it is at the forefront of what makes us relevant.
Co-director, Associate Dean of College and High School Partnerships, Dr. David Eichenholz, Dr. Ellen Feig, Christina Haydo, Dr. Sarah Schertz, and Beverly Margolis comprise the center team.
Number 2.
Airplanes don't typically drop into a college's lab, thankfully. But that's exactly what happened at Bergen recently. Woody Salon donated his personally constructed 16-foot single-seat Onyx airplane for use as part of the college's STEM and aviation programs. The donation came after 40 hours of flight time when Salon spent the last year searching for a nonprofit organization that could benefit from his handiwork. Bergen's focus on aviation drew him to the institution in the first place. Students like Qassem Al-Hussein are thrilled.
I usually work on cars, and actually I work on an electric car here in Bergen Community College. So this is a whole new field I was always interested in, and now I have the chance to actually work on it, which is awesome.
Aside from its status as a showpiece for the aviation program and the institution as a whole, plans exist to brand the aircraft with Bergen logos and colors. Students will use the plane for hands-on training and instrumentation, engineering, and repair, complementing the skills learned in the college's flight simulators and avionics courses.
Number 1.
The college welcomed 5 local leaders from education and trade to its governing panel, the Board of Trustees, last month. Each took the oath of office at the board's regular meeting after the Bergen County Board of Chosen Freeholders confirmed their appointments February 1st. Joining the board are Joseph Barreto, a high school guidance counselor, Patrick Fletcher, the Riverdale Regional School District Superintendent of Schools, Mark Longo, the Director of Engineers Labor Employer Cooperative, Carol Otis, a retired Teaneck High School teacher, and Sheetal Ranjan, a William Patterson University professor. Once again, welcome to all of the new members. That's it for our countdown this month. We'll see you again next time. For Bergen Community College, I'm Larry Levanka. Take care.